Hey everyone. Today's meditation started off seated. I had a song, a Kundalini inspired song that I've been really in love with lately. It just it takes me to another land, to another dimension that feels really good. And so I decided that was the song I wanted to meditate to, that's generally what I tend to do. I just sort of decide in the moment what I'm feeling. Sometimes it's just ambient sounds. People have been asking me, well, how do you meditate? Sometimes it's silence, rarely silence, because I am a feminine essence, which means I like to flow, I like to feel beauty, and I feel more connected to the divine through movement and music. So if I am sitting down for a seated meditation, I usually at least like to have a song or something, because that silence, it just feels too masculine for me personally. But I know other people feel differently. There's no right or wrong, but I'm just sharing sort of what works for me. And so today I was listening to the song, and it's only like a 7-minute song. So I was like, well, maybe I'll just do it twice or something if I'm feeling like I didn't drop in the first time. And so I played it, and I sat in my cross-legged sit and started to see this beautiful vision. It felt like a more elaborate vision of one of my first visions when I came out of my film producing job and decided to move into personal development, not knowing that I'm going to end up, in a space of healing that much. And in that first vision, I saw we were doing an exercise in a workshop about our purpose, and I saw all of these women holding hands and dancing across the globe. I had no idea what that meant at the time. I hadn't created Embody yet. I didn't even know that that was an option. And I was just starting to get certified as a holistic health coach. So the vision made zero sense to me, and I just was like, all right, cool. I like to dance, but didn't really know what to make of it at the time. And today, as I was sitting in the seated meditation, I just saw all these embodied, sensual women moving their hips. They were like outside in like a meadow, and it was just like, they were just like swaying from side to side. And it didn't feel like any particular like type of dance. So it wasn't like, oh, this is hula, or oh, this is belly dancing, or oh, this is African dance. It just felt like the universal language of femininity and our hips and our heart. And so I just got so inspired by this vision that after I barely got to the end of the song, and I was like, I have to dance to this. So I actually recorded dancing to it, which was an edge for me, but it felt so right, because I usually, I like to dance either to really fun music or to sexy music. And I've never really danced to what I would deem, I guess, like super spiritual music. And I had to really get out of the judgments of being like, oh my God, I'm going to be that hippy dippy girl, or oh my God, which I totally am, but there's still that part of me that's like, I want to be edgy and I want to be cool. And like, I guess to me, there's some part of my brain, my ego that still goes, that's not cool, But so I did it, and it was really cathartic. It was really beautiful. And I knew that this vision that I had while sitting down, sure, it's powerful to have this vision. And what we were doing in this, just to be clear, it was all the women leaders, using their hips, their femininity, their sensuality, and their heart to slowly call in goodness, to call in balance, to call in vitality, to call in peace in the world, And I feel so strongly that it's the women. And you know what? I say it's the women because my brain sees it that way, but I think it's just the feminine. And so it can be the men. But it's about really like the feminine force inside of us, which is going to be primarily the women who are championing this. Calling back in balance on this planet, calling back in healing, calling back in the wisdom of the body and the heart, calling back in the ability to receive, the ability to be, the ability to tap into beauty and essence, the ability to connect to energies and things beyond what we see, the ability to transcend past just what science tells us exists, the ability to feel deeply every single thing going on, both on this planet and in the universe. Feeling, being so connected that you can feel the pain of the bumblebee that is fucking going, it's like now endangered. You can feel the pain of the kids that are being ripped apart from their moms, even though you don't personally know them. You can feel, you know, the pain of the moms in Flint, Michigan, who still don't have clean water for their kids, and everyone is having, you know, there's so many things, but it's also like the pleasure and the beauty of everything that exists. I mean, do we hear the birds chirping in the background? You know, at night I sleep here and I'm so blessed to hear the ocean. I hear the ocean and the waves crashing the entire night, and it's like a lullaby that puts me to sleep. I mean, to be able to just be so tapped in that we can call this back in, because this is what we need right now. And so I got up and I danced, and it felt like a calling in. I had to embody it, because great, visioning is awesome, but guess what? Still sort of, you know, it's not its full potency. And maybe for some people it might be. I know for me it isn't. So for those of us who really need to feel and embody and flow through it, I needed to dance the dance of the vision. And so I did. If you want to check it out, because it's long, it's about like a 5-6 minute song. I'm unable to put it up. I might try to put it up on IGTV as well, but I shot it horizontal and IGTV is vertical, so it might not pop up well. I'll try. But definitely go check it out at, I will be posting it in Embody Tribe, which is my Facebook group. It's a private Facebook group. Anyone who identifies as woman is welcome there. We have it's a beautiful circle of about 450 women at this moment. And I will post it there for sure. So check it out over there and come join us for that and for just other things. So really today's message is about dropping back into your turn on, into your pleasure, into your ability to call in the most beautiful and most balanced and most healthy of versions of life, of being, of the planet, of the ecosystem, right? Like, this is our job as feminine leaders, to start to dance and call in. It's like this seductress dance, you know? If you think about all across the cultures, all the women have these beautiful dances through their hips, through their, you know, around their womb space, where they're calling in, where their fingers are just pulling in, and they're pulling in all of this goodness. So just remember that you have this ability too. It's innate in you. You don't have to know how to, you know, you might go to hula class, you might go to a belly dancing class, but just follow what your body wants to do. And the best way to do that is to close your eyes and follow your pleasure. Follow, you know, your breath. What does it feel like when you inhale? Where do you feel your breath going? As you exhale, where do you feel it reaching out to? Where do you feel it moving you to? And just trust that your body knows. Your body has a story to tell that your mind has no clue of. I mean, I sat down and danced, and I watched my video back and was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. I was definitely doing some new stuff, because I'm shedding a layer and I'm calling in a new story into my body. So try that out. Let me know how it goes, and I love you.